Look, if you've been grinding away, pouring hours into a reel, only to watch it hit an absolute brick wall at 200 views, you are exactly where you need to be. In this explainer, we're going to decode exactly why staring at your view count is literally destroying your Instagram growth. And, more importantly, how to actually fix it using data that's sitting right there in your account as we speak. Today, we're unpacking a totally revolutionary framework. It shifts your focus away from those useless vanity metrics and onto actionable, precision data. Seriously, it's time to stop guessing and start growing. Let's get into it.
Okay, let's kick this off with a really simple question. Why do creators obsess over vanity metrics when an NFL coach fixes a losing team by analyzing the actual game film? Think about it. When a team loses on Sunday, the coaching staff doesn't spend their entire Monday staring at the final score, right? They already know the score, and the score tells them absolutely zero about how to win the next game. Instead, they watch the game film, they look at the process, they zero in on exactly which blocking assignment broke down, or which route was run at the wrong depth. But us Instagram creators, we just stare at the scoreboard, the view count. And guys, you simply cannot fix your process using only your outcome. So what happens when creators hit that dreaded 200 view plateau? Well, they usually try fixing it by swapping to a trending audio, right? Or they obsess over rotating hashtags, tweaking their posting times, or slapping on flashy text overlays. But here's the thing. Those are traffic mechanisms, not retention mechanisms. They only target who sees the reel going in, not what those viewers actually do when they're watching it. Look, if a reel loses 60% of its audience at second 6, it is going to lose them at second 6, no matter what trending track is playing in the background. Changing your hashtags when the problem lives inside the actual content, it's literally like redesigning the cover of a book that nobody finishes reading.
And that brings us to a fatal flaw, captured perfectly right here. Trying to iterate your content without a post-posting feedback loop isn't a strategy. It's really just a plateau with a massive amount of extra work attached to it. There's an entire industry out there, courses, templates, tutorials, all built around helping you make better reels. But their fatal flaw is architectural. Every single one of them operates before the reel is posted. None of them tell you what actually went wrong with this specific reel you posted yesterday. And without that feedback loop, every single adjustment you make is just a blind guess.
Now, you want to know the craziest part of all this? The exact game film you need to stop guessing has actually been hiding in eligible creator accounts since 2025. Seriously, Instagram has been offering a tool that shows you exactly what happened during your reels at every single second. It's been sitting in eligible accounts this entire time, but almost no one uses it. Why? Because it's completely buried. It's at the very bottom of the Insights screen, way down below your reach, below likes, below profile visits. Most of us just close the app before we ever scroll far enough down to find it.
Enter your new best friend, the retention graph. Available for reels over 500 initial plays on creator or business accounts, this graph is an incredibly precise instrument. It's basically a shot clock. It doesn't give you some vague average or a broad range. No, it gives you a specific data point for every single second. Second 1, second 4, second 9. When you look at this chart, the guessing games are officially over because it shows you the precise second your reel lost its audience. See a sharp drop on the curve? That is the exact point where the algorithm saw a loss of attention and decided to stop distributing your video. That specific second? That is your game film.
So the exact position of that drop-off tells you the exact type of failure. It's an amazing diagnostic tool. An early drop, meaning within the first 5 seconds, is almost always an editing problem. The viewer showed up, looked at the first frame, saw absolutely nothing that earned their next 10 seconds of attention, and they just scrolled away. The fix for this is surgical. You need to insert a targeted visual hold at that exact second of the drop-off. But on the flip side, a mid-video drop, that means your hook actually worked, but your script totally collapsed. The viewer was committed, but the argument just stopped delivering. And listen, no flashy edit is going to fix that. The actual script structure needs a complete ground-up rebuild.
Now, think about how totally deceiving the scoreboard can be. You could have 2 different videos, let's call them Reel A and Reel B, and from the outside, they look completely identical. They both failed. They both slammed into that plateau with exactly 200 views. If you're only looking at the score, you'd probably try to fix them both the exact same way, right? But the retention graph proves their root causes and the fixes they need are entirely different. One desperately needs a surgical visual hook right in the first 5 seconds. The other, it needs a total script rewrite. Without the retention graph, you literally cannot tell them apart. But with it, the distinction is immediate and, more importantly, it's actionable.
And when you actually start applying this, the results are absolutely staggering. Just by diagnosing the failure type at the exact drop-off timestamp, one creator generated over 48 million initial plays. Yes, 48 million. And they maintained a massive 16-second average watch time across all of them. This wasn't just a lucky post, and it definitely wasn't some niche talent advantage. It was a rigorous, methodical process. Read the graph, diagnose the failure, apply the fix at the correct timestamp, measure the result, and repeat the loop. It is pure, verifiable performance intelligence.
And this success wasn't isolated either. Other independent creators who applied this exact same diagnostic method started reporting similar explosive patterns. We are talking 55 million views in a single month. We're talking consistent bracket qualifying results on Instagram's bonus programs, multiple accounts breaking completely free from that miserable 200-view plateau and moving right into sustained predictable distribution. Honestly, when you target the correct variable, which is viewer retention at the exact second level, the plateau doesn't just shift, it completely shatters.
So, let's shift gears from why you're failing to exactly how you're going to fix it. We're talking about a comprehensive system called the Retention Drop Fix Loop. This is an instant download PDF that's built to completely take all the guesswork out of your growth. Think of it as your ultimate shortcut. You get the edit versus script diagnostic worksheet, so you can confirm your exact failure type before you waste an hour remaking a reel. You get a hook template library with 15 fill-in-the-blank frameworks. Plus, there's a hook timestamp calculator for perfect intervention placement, and a benchmark reference table so you have an objective pass-or-fail standard for every single video length.
But wait, what happens when you remake a reel and the algorithm suppresses it because it thinks it's duplicate content? Well, to make sure your remade reels actually get distributed, this system provides a crucial pre-shoot differentiation checklist. It directly addresses the 5 specific variables Instagram's duplicate content detection is looking for, things like your appearance, your environment, and 3 very specific lines of dialogue. It ensures you easily bypass that filter. Plus, it includes Chapter 11, which breaks down 16 specific root cause diagnoses for when standard fixes just aren't cutting it, alongside a professional 12-column iteration tracker to log every fix. This is exactly the kind of tool that instantly separates the pros from the amateurs. Look, here is the absolute truth of the matter. The creators who keep growing, they aren't more talented than you, they aren't luckier, and they definitely don't have better equipment. They just have much more specific information about their failures, and they use it to fix the right things. Right now, for a limited time, you can completely bypass the plateau and get this entire paint-by-numbers system at 25% off. You can download it instantly and literally start diagnosing your game film today. So I'm going to leave you with this one absolutely critical question to answer before you spend another 2 frustrating hours making your next reel. Is it an editing problem or is it a script problem? If you honestly don't know the answer, you are iterating completely blind. Every failed remake is just wasted time if you don't have a confirmed answer to that question. You have been watching the scoreboard for way too long. The actual game film is waiting in your account right now. Stop guessing. Click the link to grab the Retention Drop Fix Loop today and finally take control of your distribution. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and hey, here's to shattering that plateau once and for all.